for those subset of people that the governor described who are applying to be a part of the Trusted Traveler program, who are doing the sit-down interview, who are providing all of this documentation. We addressed that in the budget, and now the federal government actually does have access to the database for that specific purpose. So if that was really the reason that they were cutting us out of the Trusted Traveler program, I don't believe that that is a bona fide reason anymore, and I know it's currently in litigation, but it's something our counsel's office is discussing with them.
Sir.
Governor Cuomo, on the issue of state and local governments, the House-passed HEROES Act did include some funding to address that issue. Obviously, you know, we're held up in the Republican-controlled Senate. I'm just curious your message on that to Republicans. I know you went over that a little bit, but can you expand on that? And then number two, have you brought this up with President Trump, and what was the meeting like in terms of, you know, the aid for state and local governments?
Yeah, look, as I said, I was in Washington for 8 years. I understand the politics, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've seen it. I get it. You're right. The House bill has funding for state and local government. And you heard my comments. I know what the Republican senators are saying. And first of all, it's a lie. It's a lie. I know that's a strong word. It's a lie. But they're lying. When Senator McConnell says, and Senator Scott says, and Laffer says, why should we give New York, California more money? That's a lie. They know that they take more money. Senator McConnell has his hand out in the Senate, and he receives more money for his state than he puts in. He raised this topic, not me. He made it personal, not me. I represent the people of the state of New York. That's what I get paid to do. When he makes it personal to New York, when they make it personal to New York, and they're lying, I'm going to point it out. They get more money every year. Why should my state give a handout to Senator McConnell every year? Why should my state give a handout to Senator Scott every year? Why do they have their handout every year? They're against redistribution of wealth. That's what they'll all say. I'm against redistribution. Yeah, you're against redistribution. Unless you're taking money. Then it's fine. It's not redistribution when you're taking money. Yeah, I know. How convenient that is, right? Second of all, they say, why should we give states money to deal with COVID? What? Why should we give states money to deal with COVID? Why not? What better national purpose? We're in the middle of a national pandemic. It's a global pandemic. You want to get the economy up and running. Take your blinders off, man. It's not just about your state. What, are you going to get the national economy running without New York, without California, without Illinois, without Connecticut, without Jersey? You're going to get the national economy running like that? Just your state, Senator? It makes no sense. And then in terms of spirit and principle and doing the right thing, if there was one time when that Congress actually acted like it represented the country, it was in times of an emergency. That's the one time you would see them come together and pass a bill and do it quickly. It was like, okay, no politics because this is an emergency. It's Hurricane Katrina. No politics. It's flooding in Texas. No politics. It's Midwest floods. Pass an emergency bill. No politics. You're talking about people's lives here. You're talking about states and neighbors who need real help. They lost their homes. No politics. Even now, 100,000 people dead in this nation, you're going to play politics? For the House members, they did pass a bill that has state and local funding and has this repeal of SALT in it. If I am a congressperson from New York, I do not go home unless I have funding for New York State. I do not pass a bill that does not fund New York State and does not repeal SALT. If I'm a congressperson from California, I do not go home to California unless I have funding for California and I repeal SALT. If I'm a congressperson from Massachusetts, I'm not going home and standing up in front of my people who elected me, and I'm running for re-election, by the way, this year. If I'm Congressman Richard Neal from Massachusetts, I'm not standing before my people having passed a bill that didn't help them. If the California House members can't vote for it, and the Illinois House members can't vote for it, and the New York members can't vote for it, and Jersey can't vote for it, and Massachusetts can't vote for it, and Connecticut can't vote for it, they can't pass a bill. And if Washington doesn't pass a bill, I would say to all of them, don't bother going home, because you will not see a reopening that you expect. You will see a fizzle of an economic rebirth, and you will have really done a disservice to the fundamental premise of your office. Young lady?